what was the impact of World War on Russia. Yes, during 1914 to 1917, people were suffering a lot because of the defeat by the Germans. Yes, and we understood that the shortage of food, shortage of bad weathering condition, 7 millions of the casualties and 3 millions of refugees, and when Russia was retreating from the war, they used to burn the crops and destroy the building. Because of that, 3 million people became refugees, and this led to a lot of shortage of food, and even major part of the food was given to the army, and body people were taken to the army. In the factories and even in the field, there were many less men left. So this gave a lot of problem to the Russian, and many women took up the job, and many women and children were recruited in the factories, and for them low wages was paid. This all condition mounted like anything in the minds of the Russians, and which led to the revolution, and that revolution is called as the February Revolution in Petrograd. About that we are going to learn in today's class. Before going to the revolution, first we should understand what was the Levett of the Petrograd. Petrograd is the capital city of the Russian during that time. Okay, if you see that Levett, also there is so much of discriminations. Here River Neva was flowing in the middle of the Petrograd. Okay, the right side of the Neva, workers' quarters and factories was built, and common people were living in the right side of the bank of River Neva. When we come to the left side of the River Neva, there was a very fashionable area, and here you can see the Winter Palace, official buildings, and even the Duma where they met. All this left side was very fashionable, and it was well maintained, and it was a luxurious life leading in the left side. But when we come to the right side of the River Neva, common people suffering, workers, bad condition of living, and many industries and slums all was existed in the right side of the River Neva. Children here understand, when I am saying right side means it is a north part of the Russia. Whenever there was a winter in the Russia, the north part was affected first, and the severe cold was existed, and here the people who are living, the poor conditioned people like workers, industries, and they are living in the city area, and they were the first affected by the winter. And when we come to the south part of the River Neva, that is left part of the River Neva, the winter here it is not affected as it is affected in the north part of River Neva. Okay, now the people, because of the shortage of food and bad weather condition, the people was not able to tolerate the winter. In 1917, the winter became so severe in the Russia, the people were not able to tolerate. And the weather condition went to a -degree, there was snowfalls and severe cold. Because of this, there was a shortage of food, and many factories was locked. And this led to a angry motivated people to go against the revolution. Okay, let us learn about the February Revolution now. On 22 September, the condition became worst. Why? Because more than 50 factories was locked, and people was they fell out from the factories without work. And first of all, there was a shortage of food and a shortage of bad weathering condition. People, they felt this is the right time to go and ask the Tsar to do something for them, and so they went for the strike. And even the Tsar was thinking of dissolving the Duma, And when this decision was heard by the parliamentaries who were elected in the Duma as members, they felt very bad, and even they had an angry against the Tsar. Now the people on 22nd February, they came to the left bank of the river Neva, and they gathered in Navasky Prospect, the capital city area. Okay, and seeing this gathering, the Tsar announced curfew. And when curfew was announced, the people were afraid, and little they felt bad, and they dispersed on that day. But this day you have to remember, children, because on 22 September day is called as a International Women's Day. Why? Because the strike which they were doing was led by many women. So that day is recognized as a 22 February as an International Women's Day. Here you have some doubt, no? Ma'am, usually we celebrate Women's Day on 8th March. No, ma'am, you are saying 22. You are wrong. No, children, I am not wrong. Don't feel confused here. During this 1917, the Russians were following the Julian calendars. Okay, according to the Julian calendars, it was on 22 February. But we are following, all over the world we are following Gregorian calendar. According to the Gregorian calendar, there is a difference between the Julian calendar and Gregorian calendar. 13 days we are ahead. The Gregorian calendars who are following, they are 13 days they are ahead of the Julian calendar. If you calculate according to the Gregorian calendar, it is 8th March only. But according to the Russians, Julian calendars, it is 22 February. So don't get confusion, children. And whenever we are reading about the Russian Revolution, we are reading according to the history of that time, how they followed. Okay, so when you are writing in the exam, you have to mention as a 22 February itself. Okay, now when did they change to Gregorian? It is after October 1918 they started using the new calendar, that is Gregorian calendar, which we are using as a January, February, March, the same calendar. And leap year was not considered in the Julian calendar, but in the Gregorian calendar we use the leap year and calculation method. Okay, now I think your confusion is clear. Okay, children, let us come back to the class. On 22 February, when the people came to the west bank of the river Neva, they gathered in the center city of the Neva, center city of the Petrograd, and that is Navasky Prospect. That is the area or district of the Petrograd. Okay. Now, when people gathered here, the Tsar announced the curfew. When we announced the curfew, the people were a little afraid. They went back to the right bank of the river Neva. But they did not stop there. Next day they came back. In 24th and 25th, they came back with more gathering. And children here understand there was no leaders. This was the workers themselves. Voluntarily they are coming here. And they know the incident of the Bloody Sunday which happened in 1905. Same thing happened. But the Tsar announced the open fire and killed the many workers. Here, without fearless. If the Tsar want to kill them, let him kill. If they are alive also, they don't have the food and bread. And if they die also is okay, if they are alive also is okay. In that mentality, the workers came back to the left bank again on 24th and 25th. And during once again they gathered and they started the slogan, bread, better wages and democracy. Okay, bread, wages and democracy. Like this, they started the slogan, and it was a peaceful demonstration. And fear of this demonstration, this gathering, the Tsar called the cavalries and police to and keep eye on the gatherers. Okay, and when this things was happening, suddenly on the 26th, Tsar dissolves the Duma itself. And when the Tsar dissolves the Duma, the members of the Duma members, means the parliamentary members, they also came and joined the strikers, and they also started demanding the democracy and constitution for the Russia. And they all this situation now, just imagine, the workers are gathered. Now the parliamentary leaders, that is more conservatives and liberals, they have joined now. And next, the cavalries and the policemen who had a check on the people and of the demonstrator, they got the announcement to have a open fire from the Tsar. But these military people, they did not fire on the gatherers. Why? Because they don't want it another bloody Sunday to happen. So what they did, they also joined with the gatherers. Okay, even they joined to the gatherers. And now how many people are in the strike? That is the workers party and the conservatives, liberals, and even the socialists, and even the military. All the people, they gathered together and they started demanding the Tsar. Okay, now Tsar was helpless, and his situation became hopeless. Okay, now after the 28th February, some of the members went with the military commissioner to meet the Tsar. And then the military commander, he said that it is better for him to abdicate his throne, means to give away his throne to the common people. That time Tsar felt, yes, he was feared and he was afraid of the situation, because the military force also was joined to the common people and angry workers and Duma members. All these people were against the Tsar, and Tsar was the only person without any power. He was there, so situation made him to give away his throne, and he abdicated the throne on 2nd March. Okay, from 2nd March, the Russian country came to the hand of the people, and the provisional government took over the Russia, and through this the February Revolution starts. Here the children here, Workers' Party and conservatives, liberals and radicals, and even the military force, they formed one new union called as a Petrograd Soviet. The meaning of Soviet means council. Okay, and then council means a group of people. Okay, they made a separate Petrograd Soviet, and this Petrograd Soviet, they appointed, selected the members and they made a provisional government. This provisional government led the Russia from 1917 February onwards. Okay, children. And what happened after the February Revolution, that we are going to learn in the next class.